All right, let's solve today's Leetcode question. So today's Leetcode question is a 1-bit and 2-bit character with an easy mark question. We have a 2 special character, so the first character can be represented by 1 bit, which means like the first represent character will always be the 0, or probably the 1. That means like it could be the 0, or it could be the 1, just a 1 binary. The second character can be represented by 2 bit, 1 0 or 1 1. What we can remark in this criteria is if we saw the binary start with 1, that is pretty sure it is the second character. That means it's represented by 2 bits. So given an array of bits that end with a 0, we need to return the true if the last character must be the 1-bit character. So we need to check like what is our binary array last character. If it is a 1 bit, we can simply return the true. If it is not, just return the false. So let's do the dry run for this XML. Let's consider like we are testing with the XML1. Since we are using the input bit is a 3 bits, I would say. So if we see the first character, which is a 1, that means pretty sure that is the second criteria. So which means like the second character can be represented in 2 bit. So that would be 1 0 or 1 1. So we're gonna take it like 1 0, and then next iteration will be only the 1 bit. So if the last character is a 1 bit, we just simply return the true. So that is where the result came in. So for the second XML, so we have bits of 1 1 1 and 0. So let's do the dry run. Since we saw the 1 initially, that means it's the 2 bits. So what do? We just take the 2 bit in here, and then we move to the next character. So the next character will be the 1, start with the 1. That means it's also the second character. So it's representing 2 bits. So we are taking the 2 bits 2 times, but what we are left is there's no 1 character left for our first character. So that is the reason why it is returned the false in here. So I think this is a pretty easy question. We can just do it with a time complexity of O or N. So if I have to start right, let's call my index will be the 0. And then the same, I'm gonna put the count for the bits of count. Now what I want to check is why index is less than count minus 1, since we don't want to go through all the way down to the last bit. The reason why I don't want to go through all the way down is, let's imagine like we are having something like 1 1, and then next is let's call it 1 0, and then let's call next last character is a 1. So according to our condition in here, it could end up in the index out of bound. Let's say that we see the first character is a 1, so that is pretty sure it is the second character representing 2 bit. We see the 1 0 again, it's the second character. If we see the 1 again, that could also be the second character. So that could be the problem for us. That is the reason why I detect the -1 in the total array count. So how do we check this? If bits of index is equal to the 0, so that's pretty sure it is single bit, which is the first character. So what we do is we just increment 1 to our index. So if it is not 0, that is 1 for sure, since in binary there's only 0 and 1. So what we do is we do the increment 2 to the index, since it is representing 2 bits, so we need to take the 2 index. So for the final answer, what we can do is we can simply check if our count minus 1 is equal with the index. That means we are slowly incrementing our index. If it is matched with our last index count, that means it is answer is true. Let's do run. And then let's submit. Yes, I think for the time complexity, that will be the O of n, since we just iterated through all the way of the array. For the space complexity, that will be O of 1, since we don't use any extra memory for that. Yep, that's pretty much for it, and see you in the next one. Bye.